Hi, Jim Harrison here, and we're at Electronic Products Magazine, and we're at Intel Developers Forum in San Francisco today. And I have John Chong, who, PhD, as I recall, Dr. Chong, who is works for Kionix, which is a ROHM semiconductor company, and they've got some new sensors. There's 4 different ones shown here. Tell us a little bit about some of them, John.
Sure. So we have a range of sensors from accelerometers to combination products, sensors that are trying to get into a micro slim package, thinner than a credit card, and all this is coming about by people wanting to take the technology that is in the smartphones and really populating devices all around us with similar technology, from cars to buildings to smart houses and smart factories.
And some of the applications you talked about were just to save power. What was that about?
So a lot of devices that we have around are battery, limited battery life, and so we want to extend as much as possible. And when they're not moving, they're not being used, and to recognize that can go a long way to helping to save power.
Okay.
And so these devices can recognize whether things are in motion or not.
Yeah, the accelerometer. So, okay, you want to do this demo now?
Yeah, so what we have here is a demo for a number of functions that a sensor can have, from measuring data to understanding what its orientation is to being a way for a person to naturally interact with it. It's a nondescript cube with some lights on the inside and one of our KX122 accelerometers. And the first thing is the power savings. It saw that there was a motion above a threshold and it woke up. Now, every time I tilt it, a light flashes on the face that's pointing up. And that would allow a product designer to create different modes of operation depending on the orientation of the device.
Yeah, I forgot that an accelerometer actually knows which direction it's pointing. I'd forgotten that. It's not relative, it absolutely knows.
Yes, because gravity is a form of acceleration. We take advantage of that.
Right.
So another aspect I said is it can be used to interact. Instead of buttons and key presses, you can just do something that's natural. So with a tap, and I'm not sure if it'll go in the microphone, but I can start some music going. I can do a tap on a side, and this becomes now a special phase that when I
No, we're changing the volume here.
Like a volume knob up or down. I can mute it, or I can go maximum. I could give a double tap again, and now I'm going to hold this up to the mic. I can speed the song up, slow it down.
Wow. Okay.
Go to the next song. And so really, a single device has basically supplemented 12 buttons. And so it's a lot of functionality in a really small package.
Yeah, I'd forgotten how much you could do with that. So it's not only okay, you were talking about the package. Tell me a little bit more about that. So you've got the package thin enough to go in a credit card?
Well, traditionally, they're thicker.
Yeah.
But now with the sensors coming out of phones and trying to go in objects all around us, people want to fit them in novel spaces. And a low-profile accelerometer is one of the things that has been asked or requested. So we got it to be thinner than a credit card, so it could be embedded in cards, hotel badges, proximity cards, and any other sort of thin product.
You mentioned the use for the credit card one too. You tap the credit card.
It's very hard to fit a lot of buttons and functionality on here, and so people want to interact with it. So the same way this cube could recognize which way is up, you could flip it upside down, and that instructs the card to connect to a phone for maybe updating data. Or it could be locked so that nobody can steal information from it.
That's the key one I was thinking about.
Until you go through an action that a person's very used to doing, a swipe. And maybe it would unlock for a couple of seconds, transmit the data, and then lock itself again. So
yeah, so the NFC security, people are worried about losing their data for NFC. Now, if you tap the credit card, it comes alive, and then it goes. Yeah, that's a good example. Okay, and then you were talking. I think in volume, they're less than how much money are they usually?
I mean, you're in dollars, and even less than that in very large volumes.
Maybe less than $1. So we got a very small package. It's less than $1. Now I want to know about how much power it takes.
It's a very power efficient sensor. It's microamps.
Oh, really? Okay.
Which you really wouldn't even notice.
Even when it's operating.
When it's operating,
that's great.
So it actually can be on and tell the rest of the system to sleep. Don't worry about it until you're needed, and then wake up the rest of the system.
Okay, that's good for a wake up. Okay, wake up call. So again, we were talking about which model?
So what I demonstrated with all these functions of recognizing motion was the KX122, which is one of our newest sensors. And we just recently were able to come up with a manufacturing technique to shave and get under 1 millimeter thick with the KX112.
Okay, so that's the two models we were referring to. Good. Okay, John, thanks very much. Good.
Thanks, Jim.